Many know that Switzerland has not participated in any armed conflict in the last couple of centuries, and even the world wars that engulfed all of Europe did not touch it. How did it happen that no one attacked Switzerland, and why? Before watching, please subscribe to the channel. According to statistics, 99% watch without subscribing. Switzerland was created in the 13th century, but it was a fairly disjointed union of cantons. Later, in 1648, after the 30 Years' War, the Swiss Confederation was recognized as independent, and the Holy Roman Empire, the main contender for its lands, stopped trying to attack it, which was the first step towards its neutrality. The final neutrality, which is still in effect today, was signed in 1815 after the fall of Napoleon. During the Napoleonic Wars, Switzerland was captured by him, and the Helvetic Republic was formed on its territory. Thus, Switzerland was forcibly involved in the wars and sided with the French. The Paris Treaty of 1815 provided for an additional act that established Switzerland's eternal neutrality. European countries came to the conclusion that Switzerland would become a personal buffer between Austria and France. And since then, Switzerland has not participated in wars, except for civil wars. Switzerland was neutral during World War I. However, after the war began, the army was mobilized and about 220,000 people were mobilized. Given their high level of training, they could withstand any army in Europe, not to mention their difficult terrain. Switzerland feared invasion from the Italian and French sides, so the lion's share of the army was located there, and the mood was pro-German, which also caused tension within the country, as both Italians and French lived there. During the war, Switzerland became a refugee for many, from politically persecuted individuals to wounded soldiers. After World War I, the League of Nations was created in 1920, which further strengthened Switzerland's neutrality status, making Geneva its headquarters. The real threat of invasion of Switzerland arose during World War II, when its lands were surrounded by Axis countries. In 1930, Switzerland noticed the growing tension in Europe and modernized and fully rearmed its army. With the start of World War II, Switzerland began mobilizing again, and about 500,000 people were mobilized in just 3 days. Germany did develop an invasion operation called Tannenbaum, but as we know, the operation never happened, and the reasons for this are unknown. Like in World War I, Switzerland became a haven for refugees, and during the war, it took in about 300,000 people. However, Switzerland has been criticized for its cooperation with the Third Reich during World War II. Being surrounded by Axis countries, Switzerland was forced to make concessions to the Germans and actively trade with them since there was no one else to trade with. Nazi gold was also kept in Swiss accounts, which was obtained during the occupation of other countries. Moreover, there is evidence of the transit of goods to Germany through Swiss territory, and there are even reports of Jews being transported to concentration camps. After World War II, Switzerland maintained its neutrality. Switzerland has never been a member of NATO or the European Union, and it only joined the United Nations in 2002,